Hello there, everyone. This is Demon Overlord coming at you with another video. This one is of my newest addition to my miniature collection slash D&D stuff, Castle Ravenloft here, the board game. And I mostly bought this for the miniatures, so let me give a quick shout out to Blanco. The guy gave a great little link to an Amazon guy or a book place on Amazon selling this for a cheap price. Definitely had to snag it for like 36 bucks. Definitely worth it for all the miniatures inside. I get the top off here. That's always those things you gotta hold and wait for the weight of the box to open. There we go. Okay, so inside this box, over here we're gonna bring things over. We have the Dungeons & Dragons board game rulebook. It's for all the creatures and setting up the game. Simple thing. We have the adventure book, so for the actual adventure itself. And we have a nice little link to some Dungeons & Dragons stuff here, some books and things like that, some starter sets. Mostly from the edition. I think they are from an older edition. So we got two boards here on the top. Instead of cards, it looks like for this, like I've seen with other board games, they actually have these tiles for characters like Alyssa, you have Kay, you have a nice dragonborn up there, Arjhan, I'm trying to say it right, and Thilgrim, dwarf, really cool there. Always love getting that. And we got some for bad guys. These I think are specialty bad guys. Like we have the werewolf. Got a flesh golem, a young vampire. And then we have Muriel, an Eladrin wizard. I think she's actually a hero. Yeah, I think she's a hero. Because she's not on the villain stuff, and the level 5 villains are different. So we'll just leave that down there. Zoom back in. Okay, so getting to what's inside after that, we have a nice, let's see here, sequence of play. So it looks like some cards. This is an event attack stuff, like a prowling ghost, things like that. So got some cool stuff there. We got another one here, which looks to be a cleric stuff, like healing ward. So probably these are player cards. Like if you, of course, this would be healing ward. You use it, flip it over, show you've used it. So nice abilities there. Now we're getting on to the main thing I really wanted with this stuff, the minis. Let's see, we got a D20 here. Let's see what we got. 10. Okay, so 10 out of 20. We're looking at about an average video. So first up here, we're going to go with the heroes. Because I did already unbag them, but that's so I can make sure they were all okay from the shipping, because, you know, I'm just paranoid like that. First off, we have this one. It is Alyssa, the Human Ranger. Nice busty ranger girl here. Nicely built, I suppose. Very nice. Unpainted, so, you know, blank canvas. We have the dwarf here, and it is the Thilgrim, that dwarf cleric. A little bend to his little staff here, whatever, unless it's supposed to be like that, but I can always fix it with a little hot water. Nice, simple fix. Next up, we got here Emeril, the Eladrin wizard. So, yep, it is a hero, not a villain, as I thought. I assume that was the case. Really nice. We have another mini. It looks like a... Okay, it is Cat, the Human Rogue. So we have a rogue mini. So we've gotten a male cleric and 3 other females. And then we have the Dragonborn, which I'm assuming is a male. I assume, but not all Dragonborns are the same. And it is Arjhan, the Dragonborn Fighter. Big old axe here. I mean, honestly, you could have said Barbarian. It would have worked for either, but really nice. He'll be a simple but nice paint job to get done. So those are the 5 heroes. Let's move these cards here a little bit in the back. Next up, so we'll move the heroes around over to here. Next up, we're going to bring the big dog himself. The one mini I really was hoping to get. The huge blue Dracolich. Now, on the bottom here, he's not going to say exactly what he says in the board, the mini he's based off, but is the Gravestorm Dracolich. And this guy is obviously based on a blue dragon. There's the big horn on there, which is what Dracoliches are in the D&D book of 5e. So really awesome. He's a huge class. So as you can see, he is going to be humongous, and I'm going to enjoy painting them, because I am going to paint them. It's just going to take a while. Next up, we have a zombie dragon. And it is based on the modeling of a white dragon, which isn't bad, because I don't have a lot of white dragon minis anyway, so it's cool. Nice white zombie white dragon. Could be, of course, representation of other zombie dragons if you need more than one zombie, more than just one zombie dragon counter. Next up, I'm going to try and do this in the groups of 3 since they seem to come that way. We have these 3 gargoyles. Some very nice gargoyle skulls. They're going to be really cool to make. They're going to be great for terrain or possibly just for enemies on the board. I know my bro actually has a 4-armed gargoyle mini. He could be the leader of this gargoyle band. I'll move my camera a little bit just so I can get more of the area that's going to be where I'm setting the minis. Next up here, let's see if I can get all of them at once. We got these nice ghouls. They're just ghouls. I know with the actual mini, they're like called grave touched ghouls or something in the actual sculpt to me they're from, because I've seen the sculpt they're based off of is the grave touched ghoul. We also happen to have one of the big bad evil guys, because he's only one. It is a kobold, I think sorcerer, if I remember correctly. Oh, here's his name, Clock, the kobold sorcerer, Clock. Really nice sculpt there. He'll be a nice little kobold to throw out there on the board. Could be a lead or something. So cool like that. Next up, we have a Howling Hag. I don't know if that's like a class or if it's like a variant of the hag, but very nice sculpt for her. Be very fun to paint her up too. Get another hag to add to my miniatures of hags. Next up here we have, and these are called zombies, but I know that they are not actually zombies based on the old D&D board, like the D&D itself. There actually is a sculpt of them. I can't remember exactly the name of it, but it's not called zombie. I think they're actually called wights or something like that, like a terror wight or something. And next up we have found actually Count Strahd the Vampire, as he is also the young vampire card. This must be Strahd when he was younger. Nice, aggressive-looking vamp here. Called Strahd. And obviously they are from the 2010 printing. So it's always cool to snag these board games when you can. For the price you're getting for the minis, it's definitely worth it. That's why I had to jump on this. So like I said, props to Blanco out there. That guy is awesome. Posting that nice video, or a nice link to this place. It was on Amazon, so it kind of forced me to get Amazon. But worth it to get these bad boys. Next up, it's going to be hard to make these guys show up. But we have Wraiths. As you can see here, I mean, it's going to be hard because they're iridescent. I don't really want to see the pop on camera that much. But yeah, got 3 good ghostly Wraiths. So we'll just throw them back here by the ghost, or by the gargoyles, I guess. Next up, we're going to go with one of the very calm but awesome undead to have a bunch of, Skeleton. Oop. Oh, he does not want to zoom in on this guy really well. There we go. Yeah. Got us 2, I think I got 3, yep, got 3 of these bad boys. If I can get the third one here. There he is. Luckily, a lot of these minis come in packs of 3, so you're never going to get just one skeleton, which is kind of nice when you're wanting to make groups of enemies to attack your party. Next up here, we're going to have something I can't really hold up for you easily, so they're going to be on the palm of my hand. We have these 3 different rat swarms. So these are regular rats. You could technically paint them to be cranium rats, but since Waterdeep has them very plentiful in their set, you're probably better off just getting some from the Waterdeep set, because they're all sold for cheap since they are very plentiful. So yeah, there's just some nice rat swarms. Really nice to get some swarms of rats. Swarm critters are always useful for the board. I'm going to put them down there since they're probably the least important thing we're going to get. They're nice to get, but they're not the most important. Next up, we're going to get something I always like getting more of, animals. So this time, we got 3 wolves. You can see here. 3 nice wolf sculpts. They're pretty big for a wolf, so they probably alpha wolves, or at least higher level wolves for when your group fights them. But yeah, it's always good to get wolves. Wolves are useful. Always fighting them. Moving along here. We're going to get to one of the big bad evils, and it is the werewolf mini. There's only one, and yes, I know what you're thinking. I think it is a female werewolf, because it has that long hair coming back down the back like there, and it's not a mane. Plus, it has a feminine form right there in the chest, so I'm assuming me and my bro have kind of come to the conclusion it must be a female werewolf. which is not bad because someone in our group is a female werewolf, so this will be great for her to use this instead of the mini I've been using now, which is obviously a male and very big and muscular since it's a tiny kid. Because it's kind of a bit of a skinny werewolf, which is sort of another good advantage. Next up, we're going to get to another thing I like, animals. And these are the spiders. Let me get the camera focusing on them. It's going to be quite difficult to make. There we go. These spiders, and these are, I think, death jump spiders if they actually were the legit D&D models they had instead of what they were based off of. Let's put them back here by the zombie dragon so they're out of the way. And it's always going to get more spiders. Animals like that are always great to get more of. Next up, we've got the kobolds. I think they're fighters. Let me check quick. They're skirmishers. So kobolds, skirmishers. So these are the kobolds that are going to be in the thick and the fray of it. Could use it for a player character as well since they are clothed and all that. There are some nice little sculpts to make there. Nice little spearmen. You never get enough kobolds. Kobolds are always useful too, just like spiders and wolves. You always need those guys that can... Because kobolds actually distaste goblins. They actually hate each other according to lore, so that's a nice advantage. So next one here, we're going to try one on its own, because I don't know if I can get the iridescence of all of them to show up. We have the burning skeleton, which if you wanted the exact mini it was based off, this one actually is still the same thing. It's one of those few that is the same thing, a blazing skeleton. I think it's burning for the other one, but still cool. I love the skeleton sculpt there. Probably going to keep some different colored fires, so I got 3 of them. Probably make one like a reddish tint fire, maybe one a greenish and one a blue, or possibly a purplish tint. There are 3 of those, so I will do a quick little showing of the 3 here if I can. There we are. All doing that like sort of Ryu pose from Street Fighter. And then the last guy here we're going to bring up for the minis is the Flesh Golem. Now, obviously, you can tell, yes, this is a large glass mini, unlike the Flesh Golem now that shows as a medium. But, you know, I like to say any golems can be any size as long as you get corpses and stuff big enough to sew together. So, obviously, this guy's probably made with giant parts or some Goliath or something like that. Really cool. I like it. It's kind of like the whole Frankenstein's monster coming at you deal. And he is a big bad in the board game, so if you play the board game for its value, he's a pretty cool mini to have there. Try to move him over here so he's not blocking anyone. Okay, so that's all the miniatures. I move the plastic holder here all the way so we get to the last part. And the last part are these nice tiles. And I'm not going to bring all the tiles out just because there are a lot of them. But as you can see, got some nice tiles here. And the great thing is we have some like just plain room tiles. We got some nice tokens here. Monster token, 2 monsters, 3 monsters. We got treasure. We got some immobilized stuff. Got some little hit pieces here. Trap. Like a power signs, stuff like that in all of them. And they will be useful in the actual, if you play it with using it for Dungeons & Dragons actually like we do. And that's all we got here, guys. But as I said, with these minis, definitely worth it. So if you're trying to get a bunch of miniatures for your game, I definitely recommend. I mean, there are 42 plastic heroes and monsters, including the huge Dracolich. So I got 42 minis total, plus a bunch of tiles and stuff I can use for the game. All that for around like 36, maybe 37 after tax. And honestly, I'm paying less than probably like $1 a mini at this point. Because if you include everything else as well in the pricing, you're getting like so much value here. Yes, you're paying like $37, but look what you're getting. 42 minis. Now they require to be painted, but you can use them as is. I'm going to paint them. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. And I will be posting pictures for all you guys if you want to follow me on Twitter at 01Berserker. That's where I'll be posting those. I might do a video on all the finished bad boys when I'm done. I'm going to start doing some collection videos coming up soon, so keep in tune for those, guys, if you're going to do that. Please leave a like and do subscribe to the channel at the bottom, guys. Always love to see more viewers and more people who like to watch my videos. And anyway, guys, check out the Dice and Dummies podcast where I play the mighty Bardus, the saber-toothed Tabaxi barbarian. And please leave us a review, guys. We always need more reviews. We'd love to hear from our fans. Or even if you have a complaint or you have a criticism, throw it at us. We're always listening. We always want to hear from you guys. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, guys. Bye-bye, and stay tuned for my next video.